Summoners, welcome to the League of Legends Patch Notes Forecast. Here to bring you the upcoming changes that you can expect to everyone's least favorite video game. There's a relatively small patch this time around, with Neeko and Kayle taking the spotlight and receiving the most changes. As such, we'll be treating them like the terms and conditions of any legal document and going over them last. Let's get to it. Remember when Aatrox had a revive? Of course not! Why would you remember something so ancient? To make sure it stays that way, the damage on his passive and the move speed bonus on his ultimate are going up. There is no Aatrox revive in Ba Sing Se. The saddest boy on the Rift is getting a small amount of attention this week. The base damage on his W is going to a flat 20, and its percent HP damage is increased ever so slightly. Ironically, these changes will keep me even further away from Amumu than before. Bel'Veth is getting her Q damage on monsters modified, as well as getting a slight decrease in her AD growth. With this new change to her Q, she'll be clearing the jungle faster than I can clear my browser history. Rule 34 Bel'Veth should not exist. Riot replaced Jinx's actual bullets with rubber ones, decreasing her AD growth. This may seem like Riot's taking the piss, but this is actually the equivalent of breaking her fucking fingers. Sion has become my 13th reason why. As in, why the hell is a 0 and 9 Sion already at my inhibitor turret 13 minutes into the game? Someone at Riot agrees with me, so they're increasing the amount of HP he loses per second in his passive, which means he burns faster. Lucius Malfoy is getting a damage buff to his Q, increasing its base damage and the bonus damage per bolt. This change will award Slytherin with 5 points, while Gryffindor gets 27 for doing jack shit. A small quality of life change is coming to Talia's ultimate. Now, instead of being locked out when she deals and takes damage, it's only locked out when she takes damage. We take those. I suddenly have an unexplained urge to troll my Iron 3 promos. In unrelated news, Trundle's getting a buff to his attack speed and gaining a whole 60 extra mana to boot. Whatever you do, please don't build more It would seem that I am too late. Volley's gonna be taking some A1 special sauce with him on the go, slightly increasing the damage and healing on his W when he takes a yummy bite out of you. Now that we've gotten through the small stuff, it's time to get into the highlights of this patch, starting with Kayle. No, not Kayle, you idiot. The AP ratio on her passive has gone down, but its wave-based damage has been adjusted to scale up with her starting at level 11. Her ultimate is receiving the most changes. Both the duration and the range of her ultimate are going up, but to make up for it, they're decreasing its base power and scaling. Its cast time is also getting reduced, but the time it takes for it to come down and smite the wicked has been increased. Did I mention that she can auto when she casts it on herself now? Because she can. The Neeko rework is going live this patch, and my goodness does it look fun. Her passive is essentially Prop Hunt on Summoner's Rift, allowing her to transform into anything that isn't an epic monster, an enemy champion, or a turret. Yes, even plants. She can only store one disguise at a time, and she has to stand next to the unit she wants to cosplay as for a few seconds before doing so. Her disguise no longer goes away upon taking damage, which means maximum shenanigans will no doubt ensue. The base damage on her Q is going down, but its AP ratio is going up, and it's gonna do bonus damage to monsters as well. Neeko's W clone can now mirror all of Neeko's animations, and you can recast it so you can tell that some bitch where to go. Her E is more or less the same, but its base damage is going down while its AP ratio is going up. Neeko's ultimate no longer gives her a shield. Instead, it picks you up for 0.6 seconds before slamming you down, stunning you for 1.25 seconds. Don't worry, I'll be having just as much fun out there as you guys. Aside from Lich Bane getting a damage buff and some really awesome looking skins, I mean, like, whoa. Oh my god. Whoa. That's gonna be all for this patch. This has been League of Legends Patch Notes Forecast, and I'll see you next patch.